Hello everybody, how's it going today? It's Frankie here and I'm back with another video on this channel. I haven't uploaded, I was going to upload the movie review video on my second channel. But yeah, I'm trying to do my best trying to export it and using CapCut. I should have had more practice with it earlier, but there seems to be a few issues. I'm still struggling to get the video properly exported, and that's going to take a while. So I don't know when that video will be uploaded. I did record it, I think 2 days ago, maybe 1 or 2 days ago, and that video is still going to be pending. And I am not sure if I'm going to be doing football review videos using the green screen. I think I might just do it in movies and shows until I get the hang of it. And once I start doing the football reviews for the next season, I don't use green screen. There's no point in me using green screen for the second half of the football season. I might as well just use it either at the start or not use it at all. So I was going to, but then this is a bit more complicated than I thought. So that video is still pending. The video probably won't be good when it does get uploaded, and the movie ain't necessarily good either. So it kind of fits in together, I guess. So it kind of fit in. I watched a disappointing movie and made it quite a disappointing video with using the green screen. Anyways, that's not what this video is about. Now, this is a topic that I've been thinking about talking about for a few days now. I'm surprised I haven't, and I don't think I spoke about this in my first channel either. And this is great to talk about, right? This is something a bit more different as I would talk about in any of my channels, and that is talking about craziness on public transport. Now, if you're like me, we all love a bit of conflict and a bit of drama on transport, don't we? I know most of you do when you hear some arguments or hear some saying something weird. I'm going to give the lowdown to it, right? I've heard arguments before, and I've seen some weird stuff on transport. I've even heard recently of there's some weirdness of when I see that a friend of mine's, I think it was Sunday, I think it might have been Saturdays maybe, I think Saturday. I can't remember anyway. And there's this woman that came up with dress and saying, it's not illegal to find a seat, babe. I was thinking, huh? Did she have an argument with her partner or something? Like, when women talk, there's always some sort of argument. I don't know. It's, what happened there? She was about to go to the next carriage. A woman behind me fell down. And so many people crowding around her. I was like, what the hell happened? I have no idea what happened. I hope the train did stop then for her. I hope she got enough help. Another situation where it came down to, a school kid getting on the bus and out on the top deck. I was on top deck too, by that mind, and the bus driver came up and said, "Yo, why are you not showing your bus, your Oyster card? What's going on? Why are you not showing it?" And then he was like, "Yeah, what are you talking about, man? I did show it. I don't have it." No, he said, "No, I don't have it, man. What are you talking about? You just sent me B, man." So what are you talking that you B? What the F, man? What the hell? And there was an aggressive Asian dude come out aggressively. So you show yours. You speak to me politely. Why are you not speaking to me politely? And the guy was like, "What are you doing, man? Just get away, man." Whatever it was. And then he called him the B word, right? Not B-I-T-C-H, or the other word. I don't know if I want to say it on this channel necessarily. I'm going to cut down the swearing because others might not allow it. I don't really have the editing skills to actually censor these type of words. I need to straight back downstairs again. That was a bit mad, an altercation. The guy sounded a bit like he was a bit rude towards the driver as well. The driver came at him aggressively. Could just let him be. I get they're not supposed to, and I get they're not supposed to come on the bus without an Oyster bank card. But you still need to actually, you're tapping in. That's why it's there for a reason. That's how these TfL made money, because of this. So that would, at the same time, just don't let them on. That's what should happen. I know some of these bus drivers are a bit lenient, so they should just take them out, throw them out more, if they can't do it. But that'd be a bit of a hassle. Another instances, I was on a bus, and this was when I was in high school, by that mind. I was at the back seat, and I was with other people from the same school as me, obviously. Well, not obviously, they could be people from different schools. So I don't want to say obviously. And then somebody lit up, I don't know what, not firework, but something was sparkling. And I got off the bus, and I don't know what the hell happened. And the bus driver had to check at the back at the bus as well. Indeed, I don't know what the hell happened. But people do all this craziness on the bus. I just never understood it. Ever in my entire life, where people do craziness like that. Another instance where I was like, with family members, and I was with my dad and sister, right, basically. Not gonna give out the names of my sister, obviously not, privacy reasons. On the bus, and these two people were sitting. I don't know what position was sitting up, but just on the top deck. I know I always got on the top deck of the bus. And then this person, one of the people gave it the seat, and then and then the woman saying, and the guy had an issue for giving it the seat as well. He's like, "What are you talking about? I should could have like given them a seat." And the woman's like, "No, I want to give them a seat. I gave them my seat first. I offered." And then the guy said, "I'll squish your head." "No, I'll squish your head." It's like I just nearly died laughing thinking about that moment. At the time, you don't laugh at these things, you just find it weird. But as time goes on each year, you laugh about these things. I find it hilarious, to be honest. That was kind of funny about it. I'm trying to remember what those two people look like. Seriously. I had another instances where there was where I heard two old women downstairs, and I was upstairs in the top deck of this bus. And then I think it was a white and black woman arguing. It got pretty racial towards the end. I'm not going to mention what she said to a black woman. Don't want to get done for any racial stuff on here. But yeah, it was kind of intense though, to be honest. I'm surprised it was resulting to a fight. I've seen fights. By that man too. Oh god, something my fault there. Not like that. Just saying. I've seen a few fights. I've seen two. I think they were both in high school, but I think one of them was a bit more older than the other, and they started fighting. I think it was a guy and a girl fighting over God knows what. I have no idea what they're fighting about necessarily. I don't even have a clue. I don't know. Just probably they started falling out, or maybe they say barge. Usually people have a fight when they barge one another or something like that. Another instances where I heard this woman just had a baby in a pram. And somebody, I don't think anybody's smart at the baby. She's like, "Excuse me, you need to smile. You just smile when you see a baby. Don't just look like that." At that case, I was like, and it's a black woman too. Black women don't play. I admire black women. Majority of them are strong because it's in their nature and their genes to be. I don't know who she was talking to. I didn't see who she was talking to. But yeah, you got to think that these black women, they're strong. Don't mess with them. They'll give you a good talking to. No matter what size and no matter what they look like, they can still give you hell with their words. Their words are kind of like them fighting. Trust me on that one. Another instances where there was this religious woman that came into a bus, and she was like, "Okay, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I've got something to tell you. This is a religious thing. This is talking about someone's talking about God here. Talking to this one about something religious, and she's got God in her. Remember Jesus Christ? Well, it's very important. She wasn't actually preaching on the bus. I think she was talking to somebody. I have no idea if she was talking to somebody or she was preaching on the whole bus, but she didn't do a good job preaching the whole bus. Bear that in mind, she didn't do a good job with it at all. I have no idea what was going on. This was back in my school days as well. I have no idea what was even going on as such. What of it is homeless people. You don't get much of those really, to be honest. Homeless people. On trains you usually do, but buses not necessarily. I've had encounters with them, which I could probably talk about when I'm not talking about transport. I could do another video regarding that. Don't really see much homelessness out there. And I had a few funny ones. And this was recording my first YouTube channel. I am thinking about taking it down, but at the same time it is pretty funny. I used to work at Pizza Express, right? And I get 2 trains. I'm not going to say the location or anything. I don't know if I actually did mention location. But yeah, 2 trains. Right? I got on one of the trains. And I think it was when I was going back, if I remember correctly. And then there was this guy that was just acting all weird. One of the weirdos I've seen in transport for. And this guy was doing some push-ups. He was training for the army or something. And the guy was holding the pole and started doing that, moving his hips. I was like, is this dude okay? I'm not going to downplay any necessarily. I did find it kind of funny. At that moment it's humorous, but the guy could have some problems mentally. The guy could, He could be joking. He could just be creating energy. He could just be how he is. I know people like that. So I'm not going to assume anything at that moment. I'm just going to be like, okay, it took it kind of funny. It's a 30-second video. You know, this guy thinks he's a pole dancer. Now, I think it might still be up unless it's deleted. But you could just let me know. It's only 30 seconds. The thing is about recording these type of situations, you can't look too bait with it because it's hella awkward doing it. When you're a social media buff like myself, I'm not part of social media influence. I don't get paid for doing socials, but I'm close to it. But in this sort of case, you gotta make sure you cover yourself for this. You can't make it too obvious that you're being recorded. No, you can't make it too obvious that you're recording that person. You gotta keep it quiet. It's keeping it down and hide the phone at least or whatever you're recording on. But I thought the moment was funny. I don't know. I think it might have been me that got up before him. I just can't remember. But he looked like Stephen Wright. If you don't know who Stephen Wright is, he's an American comedian. Search him up, pretty funny. He's a one-liner type of comedian. Yeah, but sometimes you won't be able to hear what he's saying after that. But yeah, just next time if you're recording these type of situations, just don't record for too long and don't make it look too big. You can hold the phone like this on top of your leg, or you could just hold it like this, you know, next to your leg, but hiding most of the phone. Because I think somebody was looking opposite me on the train and thinking, what's he doing? But she didn't want to say anything just in case. So yeah, I haven't seen that guy ever since. I don't know where he lives, and so I'm not gonna find out. And then another weird guy I seen the bus. This is a guy that had problems, by the way. But the thing is, people say you can't laugh at these situations. You can't, if your body is forcing you to laugh. It's natural instincts, it's natural urges to laugh. It's like you can find something not funny, but your body forces you to laugh. So you can't help it. I know it's not good, and you have to hold it in somehow. But people people usually cough, you know, trying to act like they're trying to style it out, but it doesn't always work like that. But this was when I was on my way to school on the bus, right? Coming with the bus, it doesn't matter about that. I was sat at the front, and this guy with like glasses came on. He was like, "Oh no, driver, this is my stop. No, driver, please, driver, this is my stop, please." I was like, "What's he talking about?" He said something like that, and then he sat next to me. Oh boy. Of course he did. I've all the other seats. I mean, I think the other seats were taken. So yeah, it only made it right. He sat next to me. And he started, I think he started. You know, I think he pressed the pause and he said, "Oh my God, we're gonna crash." No, driver. Oh, please, driver. This is my stop now, driver. This is my stop. And I'm like, please don't. It made me really uncomfortable. I didn't want to move. I wasn't that far away from the stop anyway, from where I needed to get off at. Oh my goodness. I don't know what goes. I don't know. I mean, but then a friend in my school said he had problems or something, which I kind of gathered. But at that moment, you don't know, so that's different. I mean, he even told me that the same dude came up to him and showed him like his car, and spoke to him normally. God, people could just tell I'm easy to wind up. Like, I think people could just tell I've got that energy where I don't mind being wound up. The way I talk, how I come across, how I present myself, I do look like a comedic type of dude. And obviously people want to come up and start winding me up and heckling me, which I don't mind. You can make AI videos about me as long as they're nice ones and safe ones, not illegal type looking AIs. You can like say any type of joke you want, as long as you don't go over the top. You know, like make anything. You know, it doesn't bother me whatsoever. As long as it's funny and something I can laugh at. The thing, I don't like even hear myself talk. So would I be able to handle myself with AI videos of me? Possibly. I'm not big enough, so that's different. Is that another instance? You also get those instances where people start throwing rubbish from outside the door. Yeah, that's not nice. That needs to change 100%. There was one instance, but it wasn't on transport, so I'm going to leave that out. If I'm just talking about outside in general, I'm just going to make that for a different video. This is just public transport. Coach, it wasn't really much. I've been on many coaches, only about once, twice, probably maybe 3 times, I don't know. Not really much happens on National Rail. Apart from that one time though, when way back, was it over 20 years ago, I think? I was still a kid and going to see my dad's side of the family, and we were on this Virgin train, well, Avanti West Coast. And then the train caught a bit, train caught fire, and I think we were near to it in that carriage, and there's smoke coming out, and I'm thinking, what the hell is going on here? What's happening? As such, I have no idea what was going on. Thank God the train didn't explode. I mean, could you imagine? I would be here making videos today if that was the case. Well, maybe I would have, but I would probably would have survived it. Well, not definitely survived, but I probably would have. I don't know. Not gonna be. Let's not talk about that. Bit negative. God, there's just too many instances here, man. I think that's everything I gathered, really. I think that's all of them. I mean, I think there's probably more, but I don't want to talk about them continuously like that. I think I mentioned everything that needs to be mentioned, to be fair. Haven't been on that many planes, so I'm not going to talk much about it. Yeah, that's just my experiences on public transport, what I've experienced. I'm not really going to go by off videos and stuff. I need to talk about my experience on public transport. I have no idea what I'm going to title this video, but whatever it is, I'll upload it regardless anyway. So yeah, I will probably make a YouTube show of this and just say, what's your craziest experience or funniest experience you've had on public transport? So that's one thing. I say it on here, but I'm making it short as well. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give a like, comment, share when you know, subscribe and hit the notification below as I see you in my next video.